friends, come on in. What it do, everybody? You guys come celebrate with me. It is 4 more days, only 4 more days until the single comes out. I wanted to come hop on tonight. It's about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Florida. I wanted to jump on over here, say what's up to everybody, fill you in, have a little chat, maybe encourage you a little bit, and share some giveaways with you in what I am giving away and how you can enter the giveaway. So you guys jump in, come on in, everybody. I'm going to give it just a second for you to get in here. And you guys pop down below, let me know where you're tuning in from, and let me know you're in the house. My comments sometimes work and they sometimes don't. My crew knows that sometimes they'll be commenting away and I won't even see them at all. And sometimes I do. So it's hit or miss. But we're here at the church. The internet here sometimes is iffy. So we're just going to let it do its thing. But I wanted to jump over here. I did want to go live a couple times this week as we count down the last 4 days till the single is out. So excited. If you couldn't tell, there's so much content going out. There's so many things happening on social media. I hope you've been enjoying the snip clips, the little sneak peeks of it. I have still not seen the music video yet myself, and we'll probably be seeing that for the first time tomorrow before I release it to you guys on Friday. So I'm super excited. I know Facebook takes a hot minute just to let everybody know that I'm on here, so I'm going to give it a second. I stinking cannot stand the Facebook algorithm now. Like, the whole thing is just not okay. It does not go out. I've had a ton of followers contact me and say, I don't even get your live feed notifications. I have no idea you're live. I don't see half of your content anymore. So, like, you guys are going to have to go to my page and click follow and make sure you turn notifications on so you can see it. Maybe I should have waited to go live later tonight, but that's okay. I wanted to jump on really quickly. You guys jump in. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Drop it down below. We are on day 4 until the single is out. It never leaves. Y'all, this has been a long time coming. This has been since 2019. I wrote this December 2019. We introduced it to y'all live on a live stream during COVID. If you watch my YouTube channel, okay, I put out about a 6-minute video kind of going into the story of the song, and I shared the very first clip of me and Brandon singing It Never Leaves and introducing it to you guys. So if you've seen that, give me a heart party because it is amazing. I love that I have footage like that. I love that I can go back and watch footage like that with my husband. Pennsylvania's in the house. What's up? Omaha, Nebraska. What's up? Yay, I'm celebrating with you. Congratulations. That is amazing, Heather. Cheers to you. That is awesome. Thank the Lord. That is so good. I'm so proud of you. That is not easy. That's hard work right there, and I am so proud of you. You guys jump in. Let me know where you're from. So, okay, I want to give you guys some updates on giveaways. So if you've seen on all of my content, by the way, we're talking about the single. So I'm going to kind of share some inside scoop with you guys that I have not shared on YouTube. I have not shared on stories. I have not shared on reels. So I'm going to give you kind of some inside scoop on the song, but I also wanted to let you know some stuff that I am giving away. So if you are sharing any of my promo videos, I am literally taking down all of the names of all of the shares, which is, I've been putting out at least 2 videos a day pushing the single. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for helping me share this. I don't have my husband to help me push this, but I do have you guys, and you guys are like family to me. I share my whole life here on social media, and Anyway, I just appreciate every share. I appreciate every single bit of encouraging words that you have sent me and prayers that you have sent me, and it's been awesome. But every time you share any promo videos, I put you in a drawing for free giveaways. I'm going to be picking a handful of people, and I'm going to be giving product away. So product that's on my website and available. You guys can go to my description, alyssaholt.com, and get this stuff at any time. You know that I wrote Unfiltered. This is my first book, Walking Through Dirt While Embracing Destiny. This is about healing the heart. I talk about divorce. I talk about church hurt. I talk about suicidal thoughts, eating disorders. I talk about self-hate. I talk about so much infertility, so many things, and how to heal your heart through hard areas, dirty areas, and we talk about it. So I wrote that book, but I just recently released a workbook, y'all. So I don't know if y'all know, but my workbook is available on Amazon and my website. It's a 35-day devotional, and it's also a workbook. So a journal, workbook, and a 35-day devotional that's going to take you through the dirt of your life. So for everybody who shares any of my promo videos, you're going to get put in a drawing to win. Somebody's going to win the devotional book, the 35-day devotional. Somebody's going to win my unfiltered book. Somebody is going to win my I Win 'Cause Jesus Won shirt. He said it, I believe it, that settles it. This is a hot shirt that flies off of my product table like crazy. And I'm just saying, even men are buying this shirt, so it's not just for ladies. The men are sporting this shirt, and they are looking really good doing it. I mean, you guys all look fantastic in it. I love it when you guys tag me in this. But this is a saying that me and my husband said during cancer. I win because Jesus won. So the whole time I was diagnosed with cancer, I declared that. I win because Jesus won. And that's not an easy statement to make, especially when you're going through something tangibly difficult and you're bald and you're scarred and you're getting pumped full of poison every single week. But that was our saying, and we got it tattooed on us. And anyway, I made t-shirts. I win because Jesus won. So somebody will win this shirt if you share any of my promo videos. Somebody's going to win this shirt. And then I also have our arrow shirt that I had made. He won equals I win. And it has our scripture, Isaiah 49:2. This is the arrow and the scripture Brandon had tattooed on his arm right here. And it talks about being a sharpened arrow for God and that he launches you. And so somebody will win my arrow shirt. And then that's not it. So we're going to give away this shirt for everybody that is sharing the promos. You go in for a drawing. Somebody's going to win this shirt. Somebody's going to win this shirt. Yes, in your size. I will reach out to the winners and ask them what their sizes are. Somebody's going to win my book Unfiltered. Somebody's going to win my 35-day devotional. And I have new merch coming out for the singles specifically, It Never Leaves. So I have It Never Leaves shirts coming out. And I'm in the works right now of trying to get hats made that say Greasy Grace. That's a part of my song. If grace is greasy, let it stain. So I will have Greasy Grace hats that I'm possibly going to have available. So I will be giving those away. So like I said, go to my page. I have tons of promo videos. Every time you share, you get put in a drawing. So you can get put in a drawing multiple times for all of these products. For my books, for the new merch, for the It Never Leaves Greasy Grace hats, It Never Leaves t-shirts, for the I Win 'Cause I Win 'Cause Jesus Won shirt, and for my arrow shirts. So there's a lot of giveaways going on. Hey, from Texas, what's up, Rachel? So excited you're on here with me. And so I just want to let you know, we have a lot on the website available. I don't think people realize I have tons of download PDF files on there for people who are journaling, people who want to verse map and dig into the Bible and really dissect the word. I have all kinds of stuff on the website, but I'm going to give a lot of it away for sharing my single. So go to the page, click share on some of those promo videos and you will get entered into that drawing, and I will be announcing the winners on Good Friday. So you guys be watching for me to pop on live. If you don't get my notifications, go to my page, like actually click my name, go to my page, make sure your notifications are on, make sure you're getting my live feeds, because I will go live on Friday and I will announce the winners for all of the products. And so anyway, I was just really excited to share that with you. But if you're on here, click share, hit that share button. That will get you into the drawing as well for all of the free goodies that I'm giving away leading up to Good Friday. I just kind of wanted to share with you some stuff about the single. I don't know. I love you too, Anita. I'm so excited you're on here. I see my crew is in here. Shanti, what's up, sis? So I thought about going live on Brandon's page, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to go live over here tonight, and I might go live on his page later this week as we are getting closer and closer to Friday. But I wanted to just kind of share with you my heart about this song. This song, and I know we've heard it a million times this week if you've been watching my little sneak peeks. But I have been really reflecting over the last week of the release of this song and what this means. And it may not mean anything to you, but when you have been through hell and back and you're continuing to fight, when you've been through hell and back and you refuse to lose, when you've been through hell and back and there is no give up inside of you, like you just keep on throwing fists at the devil, like that's where I am right now. Okay? That's where I am right now. And that is something worth celebrating. And that's why I am so excited to celebrate this. I hope that you will celebrate it with me. I hope you will go to my YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube, Alyssa Holt, okay? Because I want you to join, Anita. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome. We would be so excited to have you in the crew. And so I hope that you subscribe to YouTube, because on Good Friday, by the way, the single releases at 10 o'clock in the morning on Good Friday. So it will launch on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, all of the things. Every streaming platform, it will be available on Good Friday at 10 a.m. And so also on my YouTube, at 10 a.m., my music video goes live. So I had invited a select few of my closest friends that really just held my hand through this season of losing my husband. And we got together in a small venue in Savannah, Georgia, which is a very special place for me, and the girls, because that is where we moved. We moved to Pooler, Georgia when we got married, and the girls and I were in Arkansas. And so we moved to Pooler, Georgia to be with Brandon, obviously, when we got married. And I say we got married, all of us, because the girls, when they were little, that's what they always said, was we married Brandon. And when we were gearing up for the wedding, they would always ask, are we getting close to our wedding yet? You know, and so Brandon gave them rings at the wedding and everything. And so anyway, we moved to Pooler, which is kind of like it's a suburb of Savannah. It's like right there. And so Savannah was our first home, really. It was the first place that we did ministry. We were on staff there at a church, and it's where we were just starting. And so for the music video, Brandon and I, when I showed him this song in 2020, he was like, we have to launch this with a music video. And at that point, we had not really been through, we were going through a hard season when I wrote this song, okay? Because there was a lot of health stuff. I wrote the song when Brandon was in the hospital with a kidney hemorrhage in December. It was a kidney infection that just got out of control, and it just started bleeding. And I was going through my own health issues. I had no idea I had cancer. I was in and out of the doctor's office for an entire year, that year of 2019, and nobody could tell me what was wrong with me. It took me a year and a half to finally find a doctor that diagnosed me with breast cancer. And so I didn't get diagnosed till October of 2020, but I wrote the song December of 2019. And anyway, so when I wrote it and I showed him it and we were sitting down at the piano, I wrote it on guitar. So he kind of put it all over on piano and everything like that, changed a couple of chords. And, we started singing it together in our private worship space, right? And, Brandon's like, babe, we have to release a music video with this song. Like, this song, I just feel it. It has to have a music video behind it. And so we were like, awesome, let's do it. And we showed our band that we tour with for Winterfest. If you were ever at Winterfest with us and you seen the BA, Brandon and Alyssa band on stage, we sent this song to the band and said, okay, get ready. We've got to record this. We're going to do this thing. And boom, I got diagnosed with breast cancer. And I ended up going through a whole journey there with chemo and surgeries and all of the stuff. And so then I got better, obviously. And we reached back out to the band and we were like, listen, we've got to get this song recorded. We're going to get it recorded. And boom, I got diagnosed with breast cancer a second time, y'all. So we had to put a pin in it for the second time to record the song and get a music video done. Then, I think it was March, it was the middle of March of last year, Brandon and I were on a trip and we were talking about how we wanted to launch this. And he was like, babe, and I'm not going to tell you everything that's going to be in the music video because I want it to be a surprise, but there's going to be some memories and some cool things in the music video. So go to the YouTube channel, Alyssa Holt, subscribe, and be ready at 10 a.m. to go to YouTube and watch the music video and share it to your social medias. Send it to your family, send it to your friends, send it to coworkers, people that you know are going through hard things because it's really going to bless them. I believe that with all of my heart. But he was like, babe, we got to do this. We got to figure out where we want to do this music video. We got to figure out what we need to do. And it wasn't even 3 weeks later, Brandon passed away and moved in with Jesus. And I was like, what in the world is happening right now? Every time we get ready to launch this song, all hell breaks loose, y'all. And so, it was January of this year. I had grieved all of last year, my husband, right? Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate you. And it was January of this year. I reached out to my friend Cedric Cobb. He's family. He's like a brother. And he's a videographer. He's a producer. He's a singer, songwriter, pastor, all of the things, y'all. And I said, listen, I've got this song. We actually played this song at Brandon's funeral. So if you watched the service, at the very end of the service, I showed a video. The video was just a still picture of me and Brandon at Winterfest, but it was the voice demo that we recorded for our band so that we can record the song. So we sent it to them so they can learn it. And it wasn't perfect. I didn't even sing through the whole song because we were literally just doing a super rough recording of It Never Leaves. And it is the only recording I have with Brandon singing that song. Other than the maybe 4 or 5 times we did the bridge, Jesus, you are so that I can be. That part, we did that several times with y'all live on Facebook. So I do have videos of that. And I love that I have those memories. Coffee Anderson. Do you guys know who Coffee Anderson is? If you know who Coffee Anderson is, give me a heart party. He's a black country artist. They had a Netflix show. His wife, Priscilla, she went through colon cancer. And they shared their whole colon cancer journey. They had a Netflix show. She was a dancer, like professional dancer for like major artists like Britney Spears, different ones like that. But anyway, they are a Christian couple. And He was live on Instagram. You've seen the show. Yes. So he was live on Instagram when I was still halfway bald, y'all. I barely had hair coming up on my head. Okay. And he was live on Instagram. And Brandon's on there going, bring me on, bring me on, bring me on, bring me on. I'm in the kitchen cooking. Okay. And Brandon's like, yo, get in here right now. Cafe Anderson is bringing me on his live. He said, get in here right now. And he's on the keyboard. He's putting his hat on. He's adjusting himself. And he's like, and I'm like, no, I have no hair on my head. I look a hot mess. I'm in here trying to cook. I just did chemo the day before. I wasn't feeling good. He said, no, come in here right now. He said, we're singing the bridge to our song. It Never Leaves. He said, people have got to hear this song. Get in here right now. You wrote this song for a reason. We're going to sing this song on Cafe's Live. And his wife had just got diagnosed with colon cancer again. And this time it was like stage 4. And he said, bro, me and my wife were worship leaders. She wrote this song. He said, let us sing it to you and just minister to you and minister to other people on here. As you can see, she doesn't got any hair. She's a breast cancer survivor. She's surviving through it, thriving through it. And he said, okay, yeah, sing it. We sang the bridge of this song that I'm releasing on Good Friday, and Cafe, literally tears just streaming down his face. He is like hands in the air, holding his phone, hands in the air, sobbing in front of hundreds of people on his Instagram live. And he was like, wow. When we got done, he was like, wow, that just ministered to me. He was like, that blessed me. Me and my wife are going through it right now. That just healed a part of my heart. And I've got that screen recorded somewhere. I need to go find it so I can share it with you guys. I don't think I screen recorded all of it, but I do have some bits and pieces of us singing screen recorded. And so anyway, so I have little clips like that where we did get a chance to sing it for you guys, but we never got a chance to record it. And so I know, right, Abby? And so it was a special moment. I was fighting cancer. His wife was fighting cancer. And just getting to minister to people through that journey with that song and singing that song through the season of cancer on our lives, you know. I cherish those moments very much. And like I said, I shared the clip of the very first time we ever sang It Never Leaves to y'all. I shared it to my YouTube. So if you haven't seen my YouTube video of me telling the story behind It Never Leaves, at the very end of that video, it's only a 6-minute video. Go check it out on YouTube. Alyssa Holt. At the very end of that video, I share the clip of us singing on live the very first time. And then I found another clip the other day, and I cried because the day that I shaved my hair with you guys and thousands of y'all tuned in at the same time to watch me shave my head, it's like everybody and their brother got on my live that night. We had 1,000 people on, and I guess just everybody was curious to see what I would look like bald. That's okay. But we went live and we worshiped after we shaved my head. We took the camera inside and sat down at the keyboard and we sang It Never Leaves. We sang the bridge of It Never Leaves the night that I shaved my head. And I did not realize that until the other night when I was going through memories and was going through all my cancer videos for a project. And I was like, oh my gosh, we sang the bridge of It Never Leaves the night I shaved my head. Oh my, it just made me so happy. Thank you, Anita. That blesses me. Only God can. I'm telling you what, I would not be here at all if it weren't for Jesus. If it weren't for Jesus, I probably would have taken my life by now. I probably would be totally strung out on alcohol and drugs, because what I've had to walk through is heavy. It's heavy stuff. And there's no other explanation for why I'm still here and standing and pushing through and doing what I'm doing, except for the fact that He never leaves. He never leaves. The grace of God never leaves. The faithfulness of God never leaves. The goodness of God never leaves. His peace never leaves. His joy never leaves. He never leaves us, y'all. And if there's ever a picture for you to look at to prove that, it would be my story. And you should be able to look at your story and see the same thing. See the goodness and favor of God in it. Not because bad isn't present, but because God is present even in the bad. Do you hear what I'm saying? So it's not the absence of bad things that shows the faithfulness of God. It's actually the bad things being present and God still sustaining you in it. That is the proof that God never left you. Because if it weren't for him being there, you would have lost your mind by now. If it weren't for him being there, you'd be strung out on drugs and alcohol. If it weren't for him being there, you would have taken your life. If it weren't for him, where would you be? I'm telling you what, if it weren't for him, I don't know where I would be. And so when I got ready to do the music video, so in January, let me back up. I'm telling you guys the whole story. So in January, I reached out to my friend Cedric Cobb and I was like, listen, I've got this song. You heard it at the funeral. We've been trying for a hot minute now to get this song recorded since 2020. And it's now 2024. We've entered into a new year and still it's not recorded. I said, it's time. I was actually driving down the highway. I was in Arkansas and the Lord spoke to me and said, it's time. It's time. Are you going to be ready to do this or what? And so I reached out to him and I said, I want to get this done and I want to get it done fast. I want to meet the whole band in North Carolina. I want to get this recorded. I want to go to Savannah, Georgia, where it all started for me and Brandon Holt. And I want to do the music video there. And also because all of my good friends that really carried me through this season of death, they live around that area. So they were all like several hours away from the Savannah hub. So they all traveled in. We rented this really cool venue for a couple of hours and set up shop and shot this amazing music video, worshiping together with my closest people. And anyway, we did the thing. And so I'm just so excited. I have not seen the finalized version of the music video yet, y'all. And I know I'm going to bawl my eyes out because I know Brandon and Jesus are just sitting back going, man, this is going to help so many people heal. So let me tell you this, okay? I don't know if you guys seen my post back when I was in Nashville. I was in Nashville in February. I recorded my album. So y'all, this is just a setup for the album, okay? The album will be out in May. So, just saying that will be out in May. The album is coming, a full album, EP. And it is all original songs. Everything I'm putting out is original music that you guys have never heard. And I just am so excited about it. But I posted a post while I was in Nashville on February 29th, recording my album. And I couldn't sleep that night. The Lord just really woke me up. And this is what I wanted to share with you guys, because you guys are family. You guys have been there for me through hell and back. You guys have literally watched me walk this out the entire way. I go and do women's conferences, and you guys will come up to me and you'll hug me and be like, you don't know me, but I feel like you're my best friend. And I'm like, tell me what your name is. And they'll tell me their name and I'll be like, I know you. I've seen you on my lives. I've seen you on our worship. I've seen you on my comment feed. And they're like, well, I was there with you when you met Brandon on the Pass the Mic. I was there when he proposed to you live on Facebook. I was there for your wedding live. I was there for when you shaved your head live. I was there for your chemo sessions live. Like, I feel like I'm your best friend. And so I just love that. So, I love sitting here with you and just, I need to come on here more and just talk to y'all. I feel like I'm in a better space now in my life where I can get back to my regular lives. and my prayer calls. I don't know if you guys miss my prayer calls, but if you do, comment below prayer calls and I'll get back to it. Thank you, Virginia. These glasses, Rory picked these out and I was so skeptical about them. And I was like, hot pink glasses. Ooh. And do you know, these, I get the most compliments on these glasses out of all of them. And she's like, see, Mom, if you would just listen to me. But anyway, so all of that being said, I get so excited to come on here and share things with you because you guys are like family. You guys have truly been through hell and back with me and have watched me and have been there with me and have prayed for me and have covered me and my husband and kids in prayers and encouragement throughout our season. You guys got my girls' Christmas gifts the first year that I was diagnosed with cancer and was on chemo during Christmas and was so sick, felt like I was going to die. My girls will never forget that. You guys literally asked for Amazon wish lists and I filled up their Amazon wish list and you guys got every single item on their wish list and made a horrible year watching their mom lose her hair and cancer just running crazy through our house. You guys made that such an awesome year. And through this season of losing Brandon, once again, people just sending my kids stuff and sending me things and just being such a blessing, prayers and voice memos and comments, and you guys are awesome. So I said all of that to say this, okay? There was a purpose to the rambling, okay? I love that you've been here the whole time, Abby. That's awesome. That is so, so awesome. Brandon was a little dude at South Georgia camp. Yes, I've heard so many stories of Brandon in his camp days. So many stories. And my girls got to go to camp at Daddy B's camp there in South Georgia. And he was loving it that year. He was like beside himself that the girls got to go to his camp. He thought that was amazing. And they did too. They had so much fun. But I said all of that to say, you guys have seen the mountains that I've had to climb with my kids and with my husband and even by myself. As a widow and a single mama, you guys have seen the mountains, right? And so I shared a post on February 29th when I was in Nashville recording my album on the 29th of February. And the Lord told me that the 29th was going to mark something significant in my life. And he said, I want you to go do a quick little study on the number 29 in the Bible. And so I obviously went, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I could not sleep. I was in Nashville. I opened the windows, looked at the beautiful scenery outside, and I was sitting there just studying, and I found this. There are 29 mountains listed in the Bible. 29 mountains. The next thing that I found was that the largest mountain known to man is Mount Everest. And it is 29,029 feet tall. And the number 29 correlates with Psalm 29, where he talks about worship being a huge part of his life and mountains. He talks about worship and mountains in that chapter. And the Lord told me, he said, here you are on the 29th of February, recording worship, recording a new sound, a new song as you overcame your mountains and even the largest mountains that you feel like were just as big as Mount Everest, 29,029 feet tall. And here you are on the 29th of February recording a new song, a new sound, overcoming mountains and helping people get up off of their behinds and continue pushing. And then I did not realize Good Friday. I knew I was releasing my single on Good Friday, but I did not realize that Good Friday was on March 29th. And so there's that 29 once again that kind of just signifies so much hope despite our mountains, guys, despite the mountain that you're looking at, despite the anxiety, the depression, the panic attacks, the mental issues, the emotional trauma, despite the thing that you are walking through, the mountain, you can continue worshiping God and see that he always marks that space with so much grace. And so here we are on another 29, fixing to release another sound, a new song, a new sound on the 29th. And then this morning I woke up and I had a dream about Brandon last night, and it was so real. It was so real and it was so sweet, and I woke up grateful. There's been many times that I've dreamt about him and I've woke up very devastated and angry through my grief process. And I'm like, Lord, I wish that you would just not allow me to have any dreams about him, because it's painful to sit with him and talk with him and then wake up in the morning and him not be here. But last night I had a dream, and it just like, I woke up this morning grateful for it. I woke up this morning feeling thankful for that, just that little bit of being with my husband last night in my sleep. But something that he spoke to me, which really I feel like it was the Holy Spirit represented, and Brandon was just there, but it was the Holy Spirit speaking to me, but Brandon was just there in the dream. He said, Alyssa, not only are you releasing another new song and sound, October 13th is his birthday. He would have been 40 this year, y'all, on the 13th of October. But he said, not only are you releasing a new sound and a new song again on the 29th, which 29 represents mountains and worship and the hardship and all of that, but how worship overcomes the mountains in your life. But catch this. I did not realize this until this morning, y'all. The 29th of March last year on March 29th, when my single will be released, which is Good Friday this year, the 29th of March is, right? The number 13. It's so crazy. The 29th of March was the day that me, the girls, and Brandon left Florida and got on a plane to Tulsa, Oklahoma to do our very last ministry trip, and would not know that we would not return with Brandon, that Brandon would actually lose his life and move in with Jesus while we were in Tulsa, Oklahoma, after our very last service on Sunday morning. And here I am on the 29th of March, releasing this single that we have been trying to release for years, with a music video that we have talked about, overcoming mountains once again, worshiping God through it, all the things that are signified. But also, it is the date that is memorialized as the very last date that we left and got on a plane for our very last ministry trip, and he would not come home to us. And I just think that's crazy. I did not realize March 29th was that day until this morning. But God, y'all, how specific, how precise, how intentional God is, that he would put something in our heart and he would give us a knowing, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Not because there's not hard things, but because he is intentional. He is so intentional, y'all. And just seeing how God is going to redeem a day this year, redeem it, because he is a God of redemption and restoration. He is going to redeem a day that marked my life last year in the worst kind of way, that would signify my husband moving in with Jesus. The transition would begin. That he would redeem it with the sound of praise and worship, saying, you say that promise hides in pain. My history can't steal my name. Your freedom chases down my shame. It never leaves. I mean, how perfect are the lyrics to this song when you look at the date that it is coming out, right? And Good Friday ended up being 2 days after Brandon passed away. So not only is the 29th of March the last day that we left to do our last ministry trip, but it's also Good Friday was 2 days after he went to be with Jesus. So just so much wrapped up into this song. I don't believe that's just for me and my girls. I believe that it's a Jesus thing. It is a God thing. And, you know, yesterday morning I woke up, it was Sunday. I always think about the last Sunday that Brandon and I led worship, and he was getting so sick. He was becoming septic, and we did not know. We didn't know. And he was getting so sick, and he pushed through worship and really let me worship the majority of the time, but pushed through as hard as he could. And man, he did a great job. And anyway, I thought yesterday that it had been 51 weeks since I stood on a stage and sang worship with my husband. Yesterday marked 51 weeks. And I shared a little video of that the number 51 represents restoration of a broken heart in the Bible. And I just believe with all of these things and how precise and intentional God is with the whole story of this song and how it's being released and the precision of the date and the precision of all of the things in the Word of God, I believe that it is going to be a moment that not only marks me and my girls, but it's going to be a moment that marks you, that when you listen to the fullness of this song, I believe those with broken hearts and broken mindsets, broken emotional places, trauma, triggers, tragedy that has covered you. I believe people who are covered in grief and loss and despair, when they listen to this song on Good Friday, that God is going to redeem your days. He is going to redeem everything the enemy has stolen. He is going to heal the broken hearts, heal the broken minds, heal the broken emotions, the broken marriages, the broken relationships, right? And I just believe that there is a movement that is going to take place with this song. I have such expectancy for the testimonies that are going to come forth in my inbox, and people that are going to contact me and say, listen, when I listened to this song, when I watched this music video, somebody sent me the link to this music video, and as I'm watching it, God began to deal with my heart, and my heart began to heal from trauma that I have carried for years. My mind began to heal. My emotions began to heal. I feel a release, and that's what I'm expecting. And so I'm expecting God to do good things, great things, big things, and I don't care. That doesn't mean that's not weighed by the amount of streams. That's not weighed by the amount of people on here right now. I mean, we're dropping people right now. That doesn't bother me. That's not weighed by the amount of shares that I get. It's not weighed by the amount of views. It's weighed by the quality of the heart change that God is going to do in individuals' lives. Numbers, streams, all of that is awesome and great, and I celebrate those things, and I want to celebrate those things. That's why I say share it. But the weight of what God is going to do is really going to come from the quality of that moment with Jesus when they listen to this song, and people that have been going through hell catch a glimpse of hope. If it's just one person, if all I have is just one person that contacts me and says, yes, Alyssa, I needed this song, then I've done my job. I've absolutely done my job in releasing this song for that one person. Do I believe that it's going to be for way more? Yes. But really, it's something so much deeper, and I'm excited. I'm so excited, and I'm just waiting with anticipation. We are so close to Good Friday, and we get to see this thing release on Good Friday at 10 a.m. In the music video on YouTube at 10 a.m. and Friday morning, and it's going to be powerful. So I'm asking you guys to hit share on this live feed so people can hear the fullness of the story and the precision and details of what's going on and where my heart comes from with this. It's so crazy to me that I wrote this song in such what I felt like was one of the worst times of my life, not realizing I would still walk out 2 cancer journeys and becoming a widow before this song was released. Had no idea it would take that long and that many journeys compacted into 3.5 years time. before this song was released. Guys, that's a lot for somebody to carry. And I feel like that's why this song carries so much more weight, because I'm not just singing a song. This is my testimony. You say that promise hides in pain, y'all. Like, it's painful to lose body parts and to lose hair and to go through disease and fight for your life and then to lose your husband only 4 months after a double mastectomy. You say that promise hides in pain. My history can't steal my name. Your freedom chases down my shame, and it never leaves. It never leaves. And Jesus, you are, so that I can be. When I say I'm dirty, you say I'm clean. Like, there's so many things in this song that are just, it's my testimony. It is a mantra. It is the anthem of my life. And I believe it's going to become the anthem of so many more people's lives as they are going through hardship, that are going to stand up and say, you know what? No, he never leaves me. I may be in the valley right now and it may be horribly awful, and I am feeling the tangible evidence of how difficult this situation I am going through is right now, but he never leaves me. And people are going to turn on this song and they're going to shift the atmosphere of their home, shift the atmosphere of their mindset, shift the atmosphere of their heart posture by listening to this song and changing their perspective that God has not left me in this valley. He's actually helping me get up so we can climb this mountain together, because he never, ever, 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 ever leaves me. He never leaves me. He never leaves me. And that's the heart posture of this song. It's not just cute lyrics that, oh, well, I sat down in a writing session and it was just a cute little fun little, I had like really cool vibing people that we sat down and we wrote this powerful note. This came from absolute hell and was carried through absolute hell. And I believe that's why it's going to be so oily. When you go through crushing, oil is derived. And I believe it's anointed for you and your season. And God is going to meet you in a space of brokenness. He's going to meet you in a space of pain and trauma and desperation. And he is going to meet that need, because he always meets us in spaces that we don't have the capacity to get up. He meets us there. He doesn't leave us there and rub our face in it and say, well, you should be able to get up. What's wrong with you? Where's your faith, woman of God? Where's your faith, man of God? No, God comes to meet us in that space of hardship to prove to us that he is a loving father and that he never, ever, ever, ever leaves us. And that's what I've found to be true in my story. When I could not physically sit up in bed because I did chemo and I was literally feeling like death, and I could not even raise a cup of water to my mouth. My husband had to feed me and get me water and had to carry me to the bathroom and had to bathe me and had to clothe me. People don't even realize how difficult cancer is unless you've been through it yourself. And then everything changes, because then you get a space of understanding. But in that place, God met me in a space where I just didn't have the capacity. I had no capacity to give anything in and of myself, yet God met me there, because he never leaves. And I found it through this grief season in moments where I just did not. Like, guys, Brandon should be here right now. Brandon should be sitting right here beside me with his arm around me. He should be talking about this single with me. He should be talking about how amazing it is and how incredibly excited he is about it. Like, but yet he's not. And how am I still able to do this? Because God never leaves me. In my seasons of despair and pain and hardship and trauma and anger and bitterness and question marks, he meets me there in the valley to prove that he's never left. He's never, ever, 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 ever left. And I pray that this really just blesses you in your seasons of loneliness, in your season of despair, that God would just show up and move on your behalf. And he's a good father, y'all. Brandon said it all the time, that he is a good father. He sang it. You guys knew him for that. That's what made him go viral, was his version of good father, right? And he talked about it all the time, how we sing about the amazing grace, how amazing God's grace is, but we really don't know how amazing it is until we're in a moment that feels hopeless. And that's what I've learned. That's what I've found. My life has not been a cakewalk. There's been a lot of times I've asked the Lord, like, okay, when is my season of celebration, God, and fullness of joy? Because divorce, cancer, widow, that's a lot. And now is the season. And I've told the Lord, this is a new era. This is a new era. We are stepping into a season of restoration, a season of redemption, a season of healing, a season of health, a season of joy, a season of peace, a season of rest. And I want to speak that over your life. Maybe you feel like it's been one thing after another and you're like, okay, God, when is it my turn? And I'm going to tell you something. It's when you change your mind about what you're going through and you begin to look at it from a different perspective. I might be in a valley, but he never leaves. It may look bad, but he's still good. I may not be full of faith, but he's still faithful. I may be having to sit in a lot of pain and tragedy, but he's going to bring triumph to this because there's purpose. I'm not giving up. I'm not sitting down. I'm not settling. I'm not quitting. I'm not stopping. I may be knocked down, but I'm not knocked out. I'm standing back up. I'm throwing some punches because the enemy is not going to get the final say. My God is a God of victory, and Jesus already won. So because he won, I win. Y'all, I have it on a whole shirt. I have it literally tattooed on my arm. I win because Jesus won. These shirts are on my website, by the way. And I'm giving them away for everybody that shares this content. If you share any of my promo videos leading up to Good Friday, on Good Friday, I am announcing winners. So this is one of the shirts that I will be giving away. And let me just go ahead since there's new people on here. This is the other shirt I will be giving away. He won equals I win. I'll also be giving away my 35-day devotional workbook. That is an amazing devotional workbook to help you work through the dirt in your life. And also I will be giving away my book Unfiltered. And also I have free merch coming out for It Never Leaves. And I will be giving away free merch, the new merch, for It Never Leaves, the single. And there might be hats coming that I will be also. So there's a lot of giveaways happening leading up to Good Friday. So you guys share the promo videos of the song. Thank you guys for sharing. And so I'll put you guys all in a electronic name drawer. And on Friday, Good Friday at 10 a.m. when the song launches, I will be going live at 10 a.m. And we'll have the music in the background blasting. And we're going to announce some winners for all of this exciting stuff. So I also have, that's the other thing I forgot to tell you. I also have actual physical copies of the single coming. So, oh, yes, look at that. Did I just do that? Hold up. There we go. I love that. Okay, so I actually have physical copies of the single. So I will have, that's okay. If you're a winner and you're called on the live, I actually will be reaching out to each of the winners via private message and letting them know what they won and getting their address and all of their information so I can send it to you. But I know the thumbs up one, Stacy. I know that one. I know the peace sign one. I know this one. Fireworks. I do these with my crew all the time. I forgot about the heart. I did discover the heart with my crew too, and I forgot about that one. That one's fun. But shoot, what was I going to say? We'll be here live Friday morning, 10 a.m. to do some giveaways. Oh, that's what I was saying. I will actually have physical copies. People asked all the time. They asked Brandon all the time, do you not have physical copies of your albums? And really, he had 8 albums, so it was just a lot for him to keep up with, like keeping them stocked. So we moved towards download cards for his music. But I'm actually going to do physical copies of CDs for my album and for my single. And so it will have the cover art on it and everything. So I'm going to have those available on my website, and I'll have them on my product tables when you guys come see me speak. And anyway, I'm actually going to be giving away a couple of those physical copies signed, and I will be giving some of those away when they get in. I'm waiting for those to come in. So yay for new merchandise, right? New merch, new clothes, new hats, new music. There's so much stuff coming out, guys. There's things I have not even announced to y'all yet. You aren't even ready for. I've been taking it slowly, announcing all of the things, but I'm just telling you, this year is a year of fulfillment. It's a year of moving forward. It's a year of taking the kingdom of hell and making it pay for everything. It has been so long, right, Crystal? And we're moving forward, y'all. We're moving forward. And it's not because we don't remember. It's because we can't remain in a valley. Okay, so there's your word for the day. If you've been remaining somewhere that God never asked you to remain, and he told you to move, you can't remain. You remember, you cherish it all, you hold it dear to you, but you don't remain there. Because God said move forward. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, walking is moving. Walking is not remaining. Walking is moving. So you can go through grief and loss and not remain. You continue to remember, but you move forward. And that's where we've been. We've just had to move forward. We've had to move forward because remaining would mean that I'm letting the enemy win. Remaining would mean that I am surrendering everything I have fought for to continue living to the enemy. And I'm not surrendering that to the enemy. No. Yes, watch from the beginning. Go watch the replay when I jump off. It's definitely good. And I share a lot of good stuff concerning the single and inside information that I have not shared before about the song. How are the girls? The girls are doing good. You know, with grief, and people told me this from the beginning of our grief journey, that grief comes in waves, that it'll hit you out of nowhere. Like, it'll be fine, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're knocked down on your behind and caught in an undertow, and you literally feel like you're suffocating, and that you might not get up above water again. And then you get above water, and you're feeling great, and you're like, okay, I can breathe. We're doing good. And then boom, it hits you again out of nowhere. And that's kind of how our journey has been. The girls are doing good though. They're strong little girls, y'all. They have been through, I think that was the hardest thing for me. Try to do this without crying. So the hardest thing for me was looking my girls in the eyes at 10 and 12 years old and having to tell them that Daddy B is with Jesus. Because as a mama, I have had to sit my girls down way too many times in their 10 and 12 years of life at that point and told them really hard things, you know, divorce, cancer, and now their daddy moving in with Jesus. It was just a lot. And so their little hearts have been through a lot. And the goodness of God in just keeping them sustained when they should literally not even believe in God at this point. You know what I mean? But they've seen the faithfulness to not believe. You know what I mean? Like, they've seen God so much in our story that they can't not believe. Like, they believe because God has been so good to us in the midst of the most devastating seasons of our life. The girls have upheld me in moments that I never imagined them upholding me, and then also we've upheld each other, obviously. We've all had to heal in our own ways. I feel like grief is different for everybody. Everybody handles it differently. Everybody processes it differently. Everybody copes differently. So I've seen the differences in all three of us girls. And even still, God has just been so good. We're closer than we've ever been. That's what trauma will do. It will either pull you completely away from each other, or it will pull you in. And God has been good. We've been pulled in, and they're very happy. They laugh, they have joy. And that's something that I want to speak into you right now, is you could be going through the worst time of your life and still experience the joy of God, because joy is not circumstantial. Joy comes from the Father. The joy of the Lord gives you strength. So happiness is circumstantial. Happiness is absolutely dependent upon your circumstances and situations and your scenario, right? And happiness can be stripped away from you like that. But joy, that comes from Jesus. That's sustained through Jesus. And so we have seen the joy of the Lord in a season that should not be. Yet God has been faithful. He's been so faithful. Now, that's not saying we haven't had our horrific moments, because we have, and we still do, but God has been faithful, and the girls are good. They're excited about the music video. They're excited to see it because they're both in it, and worshiped with me. And we have some surprises coming y'all's way that y'all don't know about. So just be on the lookout. Stay connected. Follow. Turn your notifications on. Share the content for the giveaway. Friday morning, Good Friday, 10 a.m. when the single drops and the music video drops on YouTube, I will be coming live on here with you guys. And we will draw names for the giveaway. And just super excited. Just super duper excited. So I will see you guys. I'm sure I'll be jumping on live every now and again throughout the week. I want to start coming live more. I get discouraged sometimes because when I go live, my content doesn't get pushed out like it used to. And so I get discouraged sometimes, and I think that some people miss what is happening. But you guys just share, help me break those algorithms, and those that are on here are on here. And I appreciate you, and so excited that you hung out with me for a while. How long did we stay on here? An hour. We've been on here an hour, y'all. So thank you for chilling with me and talking about the single and all of the music, and got so much more to share with y'all. I am like keeping it just on the down low. So much coming out. It's not even funny. Not even funny. Thank you, Wendy. I so appreciate it. I love you too, Virginia. Crystal, I miss you. I'm so excited for the release as well. Tell your girls that I said hello. Unique, I love that. I love your name. How are you? So excited you're jumping on. Love you, Stacy. So you guys, I could sit on here forever and just chat and talk and just do life with you. But I'm going to go home and check on my kiddos. My parents are there. They're not by themselves. But I'm going to go check on them and eat me some dinner because I have not had food. And I'm trying to do better about treating my body correctly during this season. Because going through grief is not as easy to like eat and take care of yourself. But that is something we are being intentional with. So I want to say that to you. If you're going through a season of grief or hard times, take care of yourself, because you can't heal if you're not taking care of you. And also, you can't do everything that God is calling you to do if you're weak, because you're not taking care of you. Like, you have got to make yourself a priority. And that's just a sidebar. I just don't know why I felt like I needed to share that. So somebody's on here that needed to hear it. So you will have to surprise us and pop in. I would love that. Love it. So where am I going to be coming up? Oh, let me just tell you. Canton, Georgia. Okay, April 13th at War Hill Church. We are going to be, right, Carol, is it War Hill? That's correct, right? Like, put it down in the comments for me. But we are going to be doing a pop-up event in Canton, Georgia, April 13th. You do have to register. I will post that registration graphic to my stories right now when I get off of here. So go check that out, save it, register. There's a QRL code. You scan it and you register there. I'm going to be doing worship. I'll be leading worship. We'll be doing ministry. We'll be letting God just be God and just allowing the Lord to do what he does. I'll be speaking, encouraging you guys. And then afterwards, they'll be catering lunch. And I will have a book signing. I'll have a product table out. I will be signing books. And I will have physical copies of the single. I can sign those copies for you. I will have shirts available. All new merch will be on the product table there. We have invited multiple churches to come to this pop-up event. If you're in the area, come see us and be a part of this with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then the end of April, I will be in Texas. And so I will get that information out. Floresville, I think that's what it's called, will be there doing a revival. I will be preaching one night. And then we will possibly be doing another pop-up event there in the Austin area the last week of April, Austin, Texas. Also, let's see, where else? I need to get my booking dates out for you guys so you can see everywhere I'm going to be. So just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. We got a lot coming up. And, oh, there's something I want to share so bad. And I just looked up at the picture of Brandon on the wall over there. And I just had to smile because he always was telling things before we were ready to announce them. And I would get so upset with him. And we would get off of there and I'd be like, Brandon, why are you saying stuff already? Like, we're not even done planning these things. And he's like, I'm just so excited. And he would always just like word vomit on live feed. And here I am fixing to word vomit. So I had to stop real quick, but just be on the lookout because there's some really cool things coming up that, I am in the process. I know, right, Crystal? He could not. And see, we fed off of each other. So when he started word vomiting, I started word vomiting. So now that he's not here to word vomit, I can kind of restrain just a little bit. I will say, see, it's right here. And I will say this, okay, because I have to. There may be some talks of me doing my own retreat coming up soon. My crew knows what I'm talking about because the crew has already been told. Carol's sitting here laughing at me because she knows. There's been some talks between me and the crew. I do want to so bad. I will be creating my own retreat. And just know it's coming. And I'm really excited to invite you guys to be a part of it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's all I'll say right now. So a lot of good things happening. 2024 is the year of a new era. A new era. Yes, Carol and her hints down there. My crew can't. See, I word vomited and now my crew's trying to word vomit and code down there with their emojis. What is happening right now? We can't keep the excitement to ourselves. It's right there at the tip of my tongue. And I want to so bad. But I love you guys. I'm going to go before I tell too much. There's just so much. It's a new era. It's a new era, y'all. We are stepping into restoration. We are stepping into redemption. God is redeeming the steps and the time that has been stolen. And I don't just mean that for me. I mean that for you. And Good Friday is going to be a Good Friday. Not just for me and the girls, but for you. I just believe God is going to release something new as this music video and song goes out. And it is just the beginning of something amazing. You are not ready. God is so faithful and it's fixing to be wild. So buckle up your seatbelt and come be a part of the crew with us. Listen, if you're not a part of my crew, we are studying this word together. Man, we did Bible study this morning for a whole hour, just doing one chapter of Mark. and no, Luke. And it's just been incredible. I love my family. I love my crew, my family. They're my family. And I just love them so much. And you guys need to be a part of what's happening over there. So anyway, I'm so excited that you're here, Shanti, and that you're part of the crew. You're my family too. So anyway, I love you guys. Okay, I'm leaving now. I'm gonna go. And I will talk to you guys soon. Be on the lookout for my live feeds. Share to get entered into the giveaway. Go pre-order the single on iTunes and join me here Good Friday, 10 a.m. live so that we can give stuff away and celebrate that it is finally out. I'll talk to y'all soon.